evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for our main event. Each man comes into this fight supremely confident, expecting to deliver a W. Roy Jones Jr.'s self-confidence seems to just come through with each step he takes down to the ring. George Foreman's got a target on his opponent. From the moment he steps out of that locker room to every step he takes during this ring walk, you can see exactly what's in his scope.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
The opening bell of this scheduled 12-rounder here. A much-anticipated fight. Round one underway. Big George Foreman. Oh, what an uppercut he just landed. Teddy, can the shorter fighter in a matchup like this be effective with a power punch, or does he have to reach up too much?
Joe, not only can a shorter fighter in this kind of situation be effective, he will be effective if he comes out of a weave with a punch, because now, usually the taller guy, he's punching down. And when you punch down, you leave an opening.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. A knifing left hand by George Foreman. So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of him. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
And he just holds on there. Roy lands the uppercut. Last 10 seconds of this first round. And that's the end of round one. Foreman's corner has to keep him calm. That's the kind of cut that can send a fighter into fits.
Yeah, and a corner man into using crazy glue instead of adrenaline. I mean, that is a scary cut, as you just said.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes, okay? I want to see that counter hook.
Here we go. Round two is underway. Good way to protect the midsection. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. George Foreman's defense penetrated by a well-targeted uppercut. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. Eddie, let's size up George Foreman, and I suppose we would start with that, the size.
The size is one of his great strengths, and usually, not always, but usually he knows how to use that size. You know, his stand can be set on his feet at a certain distance, and, you know, you think of the power punches with George, you know, the uppercut, the left hook, the looping right hand, but you know what? He has a really solid sledgehammer left jab.
Roy Jones Jr. showing some defense with the block. Not able to land the headshot. That is my favorite punch there is. A forceful uppercut by George Foreman. Quick snapping hook, and it does damage. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? Foreman's punches just don't look like what they should look like right now, Teddy. I know he's thrown a lot early on here, but there's no oomph on them.
Well, that's the other side of it. There's always a flip side to a coin, and the flip side here in the boxing ring, yeah, he threw a lot of punches, but they didn't affect the guy. Right now, I think he's giving in a little bit.
Okay, listen to me. When he misses with a punch, counter. Where's your body work? Get the body.
And round number 3 is underway. Good right hand. Little head hunting with the left. Good job protecting himself.
Work the body. Hand movement.
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. A thundering right hand from George Foreman. You see what happens when he commits to the uppercut? Look at that. Great work there. Halfway through this round. Roy Jones Jr.'s rocked by a huge hook to the head. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. The last thing either guy wants to be here, Teddy, is one-dimensional.
The last thing you want to be in anything to be successful is one-dimensional. I mean, if you're a comedian, you don't want to be saying the same jokes all the time. Your crowd's not going to be there. Well, your opponent is going to be there all night long if you do the same thing.
1, 1, 2.
A nice block by George Foreman. And that's the end of round 3.
Hands, right? Now, keep your hands up. Jab, jab, and throw. Throw to the body, then to the head, then finish to the body.
Biggs out in front as we take a look at Teddy's scorecard for the first time tonight, but they're still in a mode of just feeling each other out. Neither man has taken control of this bout so far. Able to cover up that gut.
Uppercut. Keep moving, keep moving.
Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed. There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
Where's the body shot?
Now hugging on the inside. Good job staying away from the danger there. Halfway through round number 4.
Focus!
And here he goes again with the clinching. He missed with that headshot. Nice work, the left hand to the head.
Relax, relax!
Gets rid of that body shot. And oh, what a good strong uppercut by George Foreman. Effective work with that flush overhand right. Another huge shot comes in early on in this fight from him.
Well, he understood that his opponent, Joe, was a slow starter. He's jumping right on him, taking advantage.
Come on, get focused!
Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. This round comes to an end. And Teddy, easy to note here that he wasn't landing a lot of punches. Now he was throwing them up, but he wasn't landing a lot. Is that because of his opponent's defense, or is he just not that accurate of a puncher?
No, it's a combination. First of all, his opponent's pretty slick in there, pretty good at bobbing, weaving a little bit, slipping a little bit, making himself a difficult target, but his punch is a little wide. Needs to shorten them up.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway.
Keep moving, keep moving. Keep working the body.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Solid. Roy Jones Jr. goes down, but is he out? You never know with Roy. Roy Jones Jr. hitting the deck but rising up.
Well, when you drop your hands, you pull back, you do all those things, sooner or later there's a chance you're going to hit the deck. Now it's up to Jones to find a way to survive.
Digging in with a left to the gut. Foreman's timing with his head movement has been ideal. We have not seen his opponent being able to land anything clean up top tonight.
No, because his opponent is not making the proper adjustments. You know, when the head is moving, the body's still there. You can't catch the head. Go downstairs to the body. You paralyze that head. You start to take that movement away. Before you know it, the guy's not quite as elusive.
He's a weeble wobble in the ring right now, just wobbling away.
Pace yourself.
George Foreman with a hook. Nice strike after catching one by George Foreman. That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Well, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. Biggs coming off a round where he scored big. He scored the knockdown. I suppose right now he's got to think to himself, Teddy, how did I do that, and how can I do that again?
He should think that to himself. That's what his corner's there for, to remind him. You know how you did it? Do it again.
That was good. You took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up. Keep boxing just like that. You're moving. You're going to take this one.
He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new round, and a fighter that got tagged hard in the last round seems as fresh as could be.
But when you push a fighter, when you push a human being to a dark place, that's when you're going to find out what's right inside of them, what's great inside of them. And he's responding just that way.
Really frustrating his opponent now. Foreman's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Targeting a left hand to the body. Halfway through round 6.
Work the body, kid. Body shot. Focus.
Not much action as he just ties up.
Relax, relax.
Unable to make an impact there by Roy Jones. Jones is able to land a good, solid left hand.
Punch, punch.
Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Hold up.
Able to, and bang, and away he goes. Oh, this is going to be close. He may be able to survive the round, but he has gone down now. Foreman's reputation is that of a guy who likes to punish an opponent. Well, then he's got a smile on his face tonight, because all night long, that's all he's done.
I don't know too many guys who don't like to punish their opponents. Show me one that doesn't, especially when his opponent has been so agreeable.
Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me? Let's see some deep.
Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
What a demolishing hook by George Foreman.
Finish with the hook.
Good body shot. The right hand came home. Able to bring the hook down low.
Keep moving.
Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Right to the belt line. And he's holding halfway through the 7th round.
You're not focusing.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Hook, hook. Side
hand by Roy Jones.
Come on, kid, focus.
What a big shot from George Foreman. Roy Jones Jr.'s got to do more than this. I mean, you can't just sit there stationary. Big shot there. Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? Round 7 comes to an end.
I want you to pick his jab. Throws a jab, parry it away, and you'll catch him. Okay? There you go. You got that? It's gonna happen. You're gonna catch him. Listen to me. He's almost done. You had him that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy.
Start of round number 8, you see Teddy's scorecard. Quite a discrepancy between these two. Jones's corner has to figure out a way to get him back to where he was when he scored a knockdown earlier in this fight.
Well, they have to go back to what worked. It was the right hand over the jab. It was timing. It wasn't about power. It was about timing. That's what they got to get back in his mind.
Pace yourself. He's tired.
Foreman's coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious here, to make sure that he does have his legs underneath him?
You know, it's a little bit of a...
Did you see that? And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on? George Foreman's rising back up. That takes some guts. How about that left hand? See him holding on.
Works the body.
That's a shocker to see George Foreman hurt like that. Hey, if I'm in the corner of Foreman right now, I'm screaming to him, get away, get out of range. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. Well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's also critical because they need to put forth a new defensive game plan.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
Double up that jab and finish him.
Foreman's start to this round brings about some new hope. But for most of the night, it's been a hopeless cause. Down on the canvas time and time again. Roy Jones Jr.'s got to be careful here, Teddy, because he can't stay like this. Yes, he's throwing punches, but he is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. A stinging uppercut by George Foreman. He got hit, but he sends it right back. And he ties up on the inside. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. George Foreman's on the bad end of a big hook upstairs. Oh, he gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on.
Keep moving.
Brings the hook that time.
Uppercut. Uppercut. Pace yourself.
How about that hook by George Foreman? Smart jab by George Foreman. George Foreman's chosen a path here where he will not stand toe-to-toe opposite his opponent. He's using some very good movement here against him.
Yeah, he is. He's using those feet. He's using those wheels real well. But the key here is where to use them. He has to make sure that he breaks it off to the side every once in a while, not straight back. Otherwise, he'll get timed.
It's over. It's time. He's got nothing left, okay? Just go for the head. Knock him out. It's done. Nice. I'm relaxed. You're in control, all right?
Teddy, I got to be honest with you. Based on what we saw in that last round, I didn't think we'd be broadcasting this round. I thought the fight would be over. It may be soon if his opponent can jump on him.
But this could be his only chance. I don't think it can last much longer. Maybe this is the moment where you expect your opponent to come after you fast. Maybe you grit yourself, you plant your feet, you draw a line in the sand, so to speak, and you nail him coming in.
Foreman with a big uppercut. Roy able to block that punch. And we've reached the halfway point of round 10. Foreman's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found.
Body shot. Body shot.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by George Foreman. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Nice uppercut from Roy.
Pace yourself. Looking good.
Counting down towards the end of the 10th round. 10 seconds to go.
Keep working the jab. Good, good. Nice run. That was good. Keep that up. We have this one. That was good. Nice work. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, listen. You need to create more counters, okay? Slip his punch, then throw it straight right down.
11th round now underway. Let's look at Teddy's scorecard. Well, he's got a comfortable lead, according to you, Teddy.
Yeah, he just sat and had a very nice dinner. You know what? Don't be a garvon now. Finish up, clean yourself a little bit, use your napkin, walk away from the table, go digest your meal. Have your win.
George Foreman throwing a lot of punches right here, but not a lot of them are landing.
And that can be very discouraging to the guy who's throwing them because He's working, but he's starting to get a little frustrated, a little concerned that he's not doing damage, as you said.
Keep working the body.
He just missed that shot up top. Oh, that's a big hook right there. How about a return to sender with the left hand? 90 seconds to go in this 11th round. Unable to score with the hook. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Foreman stunned and staggered. Boy, look at that. George Foreman's down. He is down, and I don't think he's going to beat the count.
I don't know if he wants to. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now, he needs them right now.
So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here, having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something even bigger. But you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
He's done. He's done. I want you to double up on that jab, then finish off with a hook, okay?
They meet up one more time. The last round has arrived. That's a well-scored left hand by Roy Jones. Good flush shot upstairs. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut.
Work the body.
Big block by Big George. Foreman's putting on a show here, defensively putting on a show.
And it's helping his offense because, you know, he's creating holes. He's creating opportunities, holes that he's filling as he makes his opponent miss.
Oh, what a big shot he just scored with. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The ref stops the fight. Roy Jones Jr.'s opponent is floored. A knockout victory. Boy, was that impressive. Roy Jones Jr. shocked himself just as much as I think he shocked us. Who would have ever thought a late knockout here? This thing was assured to go to the scoreguards, but it's over.
You know, you made a good point. Who would have ever thunk it? Whoever would have thought of it? But his opponent never thought of it. He got lulled to sleep, and that's why he's sleeping on the canvas in front of us right now.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.